Welcome to week 12. The course is really starting to wind down. Hopefully you're on track with your resume because the resume is the major thing that's left. And something else I'm going to introduce this week, which is the Dreamweaver tutorial. Okay, so there is no reading, and I don't think there's going to be any reading assigned as we go along now. Maybe we'll see there might be some additional reading as from some extra stuff that wasn't in the textbook. But for now, there is a quiz this week. This is your last regular quiz on the box model, floating, positioning, flex box, and so on. Normal rules for the quiz as far as handwritten and so on. So please do the quiz. I'm imagining you should do it early in the week. It's required that you do it during Tuesday and Wednesday. If you look through the rest of the week, you might think it's a little bit light, but as there's a bold note here that says you're supposed to be working on your resume. Remember, at this point, you should definitely have the samples page planned out and at least partway underway, if not mostly complete. You should be thinking about and or working on your navigation to start to pull that together too. Plus, you're getting the feedback from me from your resume 5 about any changes and corrections you have to make too. I'm imagining that in these next couple of weeks, these last few weeks actually, you may run up against some problems, some questions, and we may have to have some sessions in person or over Zoom or something. So give yourself some time for that. If you wait till the very last minute and you have a problem, it's going to be a little harder to deal with it. So please get the resume done in the background as we're moving along here. About the resume, you may find you want to use a banner for perhaps your H1. And this is what that exercise this week is about how to make a banner, how you might use a banner in your HTML also, and your CSS. And a little exercise for you to do as part of it. I also have a video about video embeds and a couple other extra things, like I believe in there it's also going to be about using social media icons and where to get them and stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything else in there, but it's little odds and ends. There is no assignment attached to it, which might make you think, well, you could just skip it. But this is stuff you may want to use in your resume. So it's more about that, okay? I believe that next week or soon I'm going to have a video, not this week, but probably next week, about some reminders about the final resume and some things you could do to get extra credit on the final resume. So I imagine you're not going to just finish the resume right now, but you're going to be working, building, improving as you go along and get new stuff. And finally, towards the end of this week, I have this video and a number of links about preparing for the Dreamweaver tutorial. I'm imagining actually that some of you, especially if you got free time towards the end of the week or maybe over the weekend, might actually begin the Dreamweaver tutorial. When you actually, just to warn you what's going on, this is a very in-depth tutorial, step by step, using this program, which will be new for most of you, Dreamweaver, Adobe Dreamweaver, which is a web authoring tool, which takes things a few steps beyond just the plain code editors like Notepad++ and brackets and so on. So there's some learning curve involved, but there's an added issue about how are you going to use it and when are you going to do it, which will be explained in this. So for some of you, especially those of you using the free Adobe trial, which is only for 7 days, you will have to map that out so that you get it done at the end of that period. Both the Dreamweaver tutorial and the overall resume will be due in the last few days of the last week, of week 14. So there's still some time, and it is true that these next few weeks, the number of other things you have to do are going to be dropping off. But remember, you also have some other things going on. You've got you may have other classes, I suppose. Yeah, there's that. But there's also there's all that extra credit that I introduced in the last few weeks that you may be wanting to work on too. So this is going to require a lot of self-organization and time management to get the things you have to do like for sure the resume, almost as important, well, not as important, but please do the Dreamweaver tutorial and plan out the time you're going to need to do that, which is going to be a few hours, if not several hours, in actual working time. And then turn around and say, I want to do the extra credit and or to deal with problems on your resume too. And there will be a couple of little presentations, and then there will be some time you need to prepare for the final exam too. So this is all coming together now. Please stay in touch, ask questions if you have problems or concerns or whatever, and I'll spend as much time with you as you need.